Power shutoffs started in Southern California on Thanksgiving as strong Santa Ana winds blast parts of the area. This topping our news making national headlines this morning. Strong winds combined with wildfires led energy company Southern California Edison to cut power to about 3,000 customers on Thanksgiving Day. A red flag fire weather warning went into effect and will continue throughout Friday, according to officials. Nearly 112,000 more Southern California power companies have been warned that their electricity could be cut at any given time. And as the pandemic plays havoc with the health and jobs of millions of Americans, Thanksgiving took on a greater meaning this year. Volunteers and community workers across the country served up thousands of holiday meals, most in drive-thrus or by delivery. Some community kitchens were burdened with the greater need this year. A Texas teen was among those who personally provided meals on Thanksgiving. And the Supreme Court has temporarily barred New York from enforcing certain attendance limits at houses of worship. The 5-4 ruling comes as coronavirus cases are surging across the country. The court's action could put New York to reevaluate those restrictions, which were first put in place in areas designated as hard hit by the coronavirus. The suit was brought by the Roman Catholic Church and Orthodox Jewish synagogues in Brooklyn and Queens. The group sued to challenge caps on attendance limits at 10 and 25 people. The court's action won't have any immediate impact since the two groups that sued have since been subject to less restrictive rules. The court's majority said the restrictions single out houses of worship for especially harsh treatment. Well, President Trump spoke with reporters for the first time since the election. President Trump is banging the drum on election fraud, though, as he answered questions from reporters for the first time again. And after he delivered a Thanksgiving message to the military from the White House, he launched into baseless claims of massive voter fraud in states called for President-elect Biden. He did say, when pressed on the issue, that he would leave the White House if Joe Biden is inaugurated, but he was less specific on whether he would attend the ceremony. Well, the nation has hit a new record of coronavirus hospitalizations on Thursday. More than 90,000 Americans spending Thanksgiving in the hospital battling the virus. And with cases and deaths on the rise on a holiday weekend, that lends itself to big gatherings. Public health experts were still begging people to avoid them, fearing the pandemic is about to become much worse. Camilla Bernal has the latest on the pandemic and the warnings from health officials.
The spread of COVID-19 on Thanksgiving Day will not be seen immediately. Instead, experts worry about the coming weeks.
We are fully expecting the next few weeks to be brutal, and at this point, honestly, we just want to get it over with. We know it's going to be awful. We know that people are going to die.
Going into the holiday, coronavirus cases and deaths were already soaring, and hospitalizations were at record levels.
It's grim to talk about these things, but it's a reality.
The average number of daily new cases across a week in the U.S. was the highest record on Wednesday, and more than 2.5 times greater than a previous peak in late July.
Too many people are traveling and getting together in close quarters, and I think there's nowhere to go but up, unfortunately, with this number.
And the average number of daily deaths across a week is the highest it's been since mid-May.
A bad day is when people are dying and you can't do anything to stop it. And with COVID, that is most days.
Nonetheless, many are grateful for the lives saved and the heroes that deal with the pandemic, even on holidays.
I am thankful for my fellow healthcare workers. I am thankful for the people who suit up every shift and who know that they are walking into hell and they choose to walk in anyway.
I'm Camila Bernal reporting.